Hello, I am Andy, and here is your weekly horoscope from Sunday, the 23rd of October to Saturday, the 29th of October, 2022. And this is especially for you coming from Leo. Before I begin, here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and most importantly, reading your palms. Your palms are very special. They belong to the energy of the soul who's marking all these signs to let you know what's going to happen in your future. And I'll show you how to accelerate the energy to get your soul to be activated, and then your third eye to be activated, and then your aura to be activated. Most of us get it in our 50s, 60s, or 70s of ages, too late. There's a way how to accelerate this energy. We'll talk about this later. Sunday, the 23rd of October, for you coming from Leo, you have to be careful that planets are moving very fast. And when they do that, they automatically you make you hasty, impatient, and accident prone. Verbal accidents, physical accidents, emotional accidents, and financial accidents. So a lot can be lost due to the powers, the planets making you extremely hasty, impatient. So don't allow that to happen. Slow down, tell yourself in the morning and afternoon. Slow down simply means count to five before you say anything. And also, before you purchase or sign an agreement or commit to anything, think many times, because there's a way how to make you blunder into making a promise and not being able to keep it. So some things are going to go very wrong for you. Evening and nightfall becomes much better. Now you could meet people who could make you very lucky. And these people may have that kind of authority to get you maybe a better job or more business, or somehow plan to make you grow larger and expand whatever you are doing. So it's a very lucky morning and afternoon. I'm sorry, it's a very lucky evening and nightfall. The trouble is that some of these morning afternoon planets will make you impatient and hasty, making miscommunication and miscalculation. Some of them will come to the evening nightfall, and that's where they might make something of a problem. So go slow in whatever you say or think or do in the evening nightfall, and you'll have more control over any of your circumstances. Monday, the 24th. This is not a good morning and afternoon simply because you won't be on the same wavelength as people. This can be applicable to your job area, to your business area, whether you're at home, whether you're having lunch with anybody. So choose your companions or choose who you want to negotiate with very, very carefully in the morning, afternoon. You may have problems with your bosses at work because you're just not on the same wavelength. You may feel insulted with what they say. You may have problems in your business because there was some miscalculation because you were not on the same wavelength. So make sure that people understand your instructions or that you understand their instructions. Very important. The planets of love are not very steady. So wanting to chase for a romance in the morning afternoon would be a mistake. You're not going to get it done very well. So leave it for another day, would be better. Evening and nightfall. Now, this is really nasty. The evening and nightfall is a whole group of planets that make you rebellious, that make you eccentric, which means your behavior will say and do things people don't like to see or hear. And so you'll make many people turn away from you. And if you're going to do that, why bother to go out at all? These planets also make you very impulsive and rebellious, saying things and doing things which can unnecessarily cause differences between you and others. So you're going to be a difficult person in this evening nightfall. So what can you do about it? The first choice is not to go out at all. Stay in the sanctity and safety of your own home. But if you have to be out, the plans are already made. Choose your company very carefully. If you notice that people are there that you don't like or couldn't like, then don't stay there for too long. You'll have to be smart about this, because I call these planets of the evening nightfall the planets of unexpected badness. Hour by hour, sometimes minute by minute, they will create circumstances to get you extremely a victim of some kind. So be very cautious. Better to stay home would be safer for the evening nightfall. Tuesday, Tuesday the 25th. This is a wonderful morning afternoon. Now you have all the inspiration you need from your wonderful planets. This is the time to talk to your bosses if you have a job, or talk to business partners or those who can give you business. Because what you say and do will be inspired. Your ideas are going to be fantastic. So work on this morning and afternoon. Get it ready and reach out to people. Send them emails giving them your proposals. Call them by phone. Do as much ground as you can cover, whether in the business, the job, or chase for the romance if you want. Things are going to work very favorably for you. The problem is some of the planets of the evening nightfall who can move very, very fast. They might make their way to the morning. This can happen. So once in a while in the morning, you may feel impatient, you may feel hasty, you may feel argumentative. Don't let that happen. Remind yourself to be friendly because you are now inspired and you can inspire people to get what you want from them. That's the way to be materialistically smart. In the evening, nightfall planets are moving very fast. If you don't have to be going out, don't go out. Also, if you go out and there are money planets around, and all the transactions you make will be very mistakenly made, and you will then lose out from what is promised to you or what you promise to people. So it's a very jumbled up, bad evening and nightfall. If you don't go out, it's better because you'll be hasty, impatient to get what you want. That would irritate others as well. And you just won't be able to control that argumentativeness in you. So it's a downside for the evening nightfall and a very upside for the morning afternoon. Be smart about it. Wednesday. Wednesday, the 26th. Planets are moving very slow. They are basically crawling around. And that's going to frustrate you because you may have deadlines to meet. And these slow planets will frustrate you. You can't just keep to your deadline because delays and delays and delays are taking place. If you have meetings with people in the morning, afternoon, double check all these meetings because the problem is that cancellation, postponement, and delays of what people not showing up is going to frustrate you a great deal. Also, these planets bring back some trouble from your past. Avoid people you know from your past who are going to give you bad news if you can. So it's that kind of a frustrating, gloomy kind of a morning, afternoon. Just focus on your responsibilities at work or in business. The concentration must be there because you will not be a very happy person. And whatever you want is going to be denied to you. So why bother asking for anything? Evening and nightfall. Not so bad, but not so good, in the sense that you are just not on the same wavelength as people anymore. You are very unhappy. You haven't had a good morning, afternoon. And so there's going to be stress in the evening nightfall. You'll have to choose your company very carefully. If you don't, then arguments and differences of opinion come very quickly. And that's how the evening nightfall becomes hopeless. Sometimes with evening nightfall like this, better not to be out. Also because these gloomy planets of the morning and afternoon will make their way to the evening nightfall. And you'll get this feeling of hopelessness that you can't somehow get what you want. So not going out sometimes will answer the way to avoid such a thing. Thursday. Thursday the 27th. This is a very good morning afternoon. It's full of power-packed planets. I call them the planets of determination. There are so many of them there. So they're all determined to get you what you want. Chase for the romance will come your way. Talk to your bosses, you'll be able to impress them. In business, go out and get what you want. And you will see that good luck brings everything rolling in. With so many of these planets of determination, it's good for you to take the soft approach, which simply means use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, and a body language which is soft. You'll still get what you want, but in a much nicer way. Evening and nightfall also remains wonderful. The planets of inspiration are back. They inspire you in everything that you say and do. So make a plan to be with people that you can benefit as much as possible in a way considering money and opportunities and a chance to make yourself something of yourself. You're going to get that support in the evening nightfall because what you say, what you do is going to be inspired and people are going to be very, very much impressed by you. So you'll have to be very smart as to what you want in life. You can't get everything. So make the plan to be out with people and you'll get exactly what you want. Even better, some of the morning planets of determination will be there and they'll get you enough energy to be able to provide people for all the solutions they want. And that will make them very impressive about you. Friday the 28th. This is a wonderful morning afternoon. The planets of ego are there, and they are all good planets. What does the ego do for you? Well, it makes you to meet important people firstly. So make the plan to meet important people. You've got to take what I'm saying and get it into action. You can't just sit back, twiddle your thumbs, and say, well, I'll wait and see. No. Friday morning and afternoon, make plans to meet people who are very influential in some way or another. Your aura will shine, and that will make you somebody very attractive to others. And that's how you make a lot of benefit for yourself in this morning and afternoon. One or two of these ego planets may go a bit carried away. So just improve your tolerance, improve your teamwork, and you get even a better deal in this morning afternoon of Friday the 28th. Evening and nightfall planets start to move slow. These are the planets of frustration in your case. Double check all your plans. People may not show up, people may be delayed, all may be postponed. So double check and double check. Otherwise, you're going to be very depressed, either because nobody showed up or either you could not get what you wanted anyway. So don't be too expectant, even if people show up. Don't be too expectant. Tell yourself, even if I go back empty handed, let me at least make the context. And then Saturday. So, Saturday, the 29th, this is a wonderful day as well. Morning and afternoon, the planets of, I would say, imagination, emotions, and the ability to persuade people with your words and actions. So it's a chance for you to get what you want, basically. If you are working, then you can convince your bosses to give you a better deal. If you're in business, you'll be able to make a plan, to use your imagination to get things done for the sake of the business, and you'll make your business partners very happy. Or you could look for business partners, you could find them as well. Chasing for the romance, I would say go right ahead because you will have that charm about you. Wear your best colors and they'll make you even luckier. Evening and nightfall, very powerful planets. You have to be cautious about them. They are the planets of determination again. So they will try to make you determined to get what you want somehow or another. Just take the soft approach with these planets and you'll still get what you want in a much nicer way, which again are the same old things I say. Take the soft approach means use words which are soft, a tone of voice is soft, and a body language which is soft. You won't ruffle feathers, you won't step on toes, and everything comes to you beautifully. On top of that, this emotional, wonderful planets of imagination of the morning, afternoon, some of them will also make their way to see you. And that's how you make a wonderful evening nightfall. Use it for job, use it for business, use it for pleasure, use it for family. You're going to get a wonderful satisfaction, especially if you take the soft approach. This 90-minute session I keep talking about to you is for your benefit to know how to get your next 9 years in this cycle of next 9 years to get the best thing going for you. And that will be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and very importantly, reading your palms. Your palms are very important. These lines and signs don't just appear and disappear and improve and weaken. They don't do this by the weather. Oh, no. It's all worked out by the soul. So the soul is a very important ingredient. And in this 90-minute session, I'll show you how to get the energies of the soul, to accelerate the energies. Because by the rule, it says that we get only these energies in our 50s, 60s, and 70s of ages. It's always too late. It's not trusted to be given to younger people. But there's a way how to get the acceleration of this energy, and I'll show you how to do it. We like to play lotteries. We'll talk about the formulation of your lucky lottery numbers. You need the help of your soul because to win a lottery is a supernatural feat. There's so much to teach you. your lucky colors, lucky gemstones, lucky days, lucky directions. All these added up together will give you a lifetime which is going to prove to be wonderful in every simple way. It will just cost you USD $50 to see me. So send me this email and let's get down to business. Don't waste time. Life is too short. And I'll show you the way how to formulate these wonderful systems that are all about life in you. In the meantime, I wish you a good week. Thank you. Goodbye.